Ask your question, Nakai, my boy. I shake my head to fend off the dazedness. The teacher looking at me as everyone else is in the class. Sorry, I wasn't paying attention. You never say that. Ask them if you can repeat the question in a different manner. What's the difference between never mind, different question? Why are you here in this class, my boy? To, learn about physics? Yes, well, no, but that's the answer I wanted to hear. The acquired knowledge is the secondary reason for you being in the school. The primary one is to learn the rules of society, the norms and ethics that govern your everyday life, my boy. You don't come to school for the classes, you come to interact with the other people here. Your classmates who are your equals and teachers who are your superiors, my boy. You learn how to form social contacts and maintain them. In other words, how to be a part of society, my boy. The school itself is a microcosm of the entire society. Locke was the one who realized that, you know. School's not just a place for learning, and all the kids your age, you guys should know that better than anyone else. He pauses for a moment and lets his eyes sweep over the classroom to see if his message sunk in. At the very least, it shut everyone up and got them to focus on him, captivated either by his voice or a sudden change of topic from physics to the philosophy of education. However, my classes, as you public put, are a place for learning about physics. He points at me with the piece of chalk he's holding. So no sleeping during class. Got it, now got it, my boy. Yes, sir. From the corner of my eye, I catch Shy Scout and Misha barely contained giggle. I sink deeper into my seat. After classes end, I'm the last one to leave the classroom. I close the door behind me and quietly make my way to the art room. Club time passes in relative peace and quiet. I sit in my usual seat next to Ren, but she doesn't seem to be in a talkative mood. She's even more distant than usual. Today we're going to draw still life, and get to choose from either a vase full of fake flowers or an arrangement of rocks, sticks, and canvas, and ew, who would choose that one? Always for the flowers, dude. The teacher encourages us to gather around the preferred motif, emphasizing perspective, texture, and lighting as the key points of this exercise. I look at Ren to see if she prefers one of the subjects over the other, but she just tilts her head, signifying nothing. The club members quickly shuffle their chairs around the classroom to get closer to either the vase or the clutter. Ren and I both pick the flower vase, but only one of us seems to do any work. She's ignoring Shin's assignment, just like she's suddenly started ignoring me, and has begun doodling something idly with her foot, not even really looking at what she's drawing. I try to catch her gaze, but she's looking out the window. It's making me uneasy. Ren almost looks like she's asleep, with the way she's leaning back against the chair with her legs resting easily on the desk. She's now completely given up on the drawing. The more I try to relax, ignore her, and just be myself, the more I feel like I should ask if something's wrong. After club activities are over and others have fired out, Rin gets up from her seat and marches over to Shin with unusual determination. I will do it. Shin, who was humming to himself while sorting a box of pencils by hardness, whatever, turns around with a mixed expression of friendliness and incomprehension on his face. What will you do, my girl? The gallery person. I can talk with that person. At least yesterday I thought I could. And today too. I think I want to try it. I'm going to go all the way. The widest smile I've ever seen on any person's face lights up the teacher's features. He's almost literally beaming. Oh, wonderful! I had almost lost hope. Such a hard-headed girl you are, but I knew that sooner or later you understand as well. I will call my good friend Sayanji. I think I called you Sanji last time, Sanji, and arrange a meeting. You need to show her your work so you can estimate it. I told her about you, but obviously you should talk face to face. This is so exciting, isn't it? My tongue, he has spit on his tongue. Oh. Jin is talking more to himself than to us, and walking circles on his desk, waving his hands around wildly all the while. Yeah. He picks up his cell phone from his breast pocket of his... He doesn't have a breast pocket in his jacket. Whatever. And flips it open with a stylish movement, starting to look for the number to call. While he searches, he notices me staring and gives me a beaming thumbs up. I shrug back at him, doing my best not to look smug. Shin finds the number and makes the call, turning away from us and lowering his voice once it goes through, even so I can hear his excited tone. The call doesn't last long. Fabulous! Sarah is at the gallery right now, and she said we could stop by right away if that's fine. This is most excellent. Do you have some kind of portfolio to show Rin? She just shakes her head at the question. Never fear, I've taken some photos of your paintings. We can bring those and maybe a couple originals with us. Those would be quite sufficient for now. There should be some recent ones around here in the back, right? He pulls out a folder full of photos out of a desk drawer, then charges towards the back where there's a small storage room and extra cabinets for all the materials and tools the art classes and club use. He soon finds out what he's looking for and coolly wraps 2 of Ren's paintings in some brown packing paper. Nakai, would you carry these to my car? I pick up the 2 oil paintings. They aren't heavy, but they do make navigation somewhat cumbersome as I follow Shin and Rin to the parking lot. Shin has a pretty nice car. That's something I expect from a high school teacher to drive. I wonder what kind of salaries they earn at Yamako. The canvases are stuffed into the truck where they just barely fit. At the teacher's over-enthusiastic prompting, I get in the car along with them. Rin answers my questioning stares with a confirming nod and a nonchalant shrug. I guess I've become some sort of an assistant for her now. I'm a hands-on assistant, if you know what I mean. I do all the handiwork. Oh fuck, I'm a terrible person. Shin doesn't go light on the pedal. The Subaru ride takes just about 10 minutes to bring us up to the city center, where we pull into a tiny parking lot and get out of the car. I pick up the paintings again looking around. It's just like any city in Japan, really. Same style of buildings, people hurrying here and there, office workers sweating in their suits in the summer heat. Wide tree-lined streets aren't something you see everywhere though. Maybe they are this city's specialty. It's definitely had that feel of a city, which I thought I had already forgotten. I feel immediately comfortable walking around. I haven't actually been here before. No? In that case, it's about time. It's a great city, lots of wonderful folks around here. And most important of all, a vibrant cultural life. Size place is just on the corner. Oh, it's literally called the corner. After turning around 3 more corners, Shin steps in front of a door. There's a nameplate in big red letters over it. 22nd corner. Is this really the 22nd corner? Of what? That's bothering me too. I mean, where to start counting? In which way do you count? Rin gets walked up over the strangest things. Unlike me, Shin ignores her completely and pushes the door open. The gallery is very clean looking, and the air conditioning makes it cool and very comfortable. Did that guy just hit the trash can? Wait, that's not my trash can, never mind. Don't you hate when people drive by and they hit your shit? Like, the mailbox especially, like, as a big target? Ugh. The white walls and the big windows facing out onto the busy street make the whole place feel airy and bright. There's nobody around whom I can see, however. Most of the floor space is empty, with only a few large tables and counter for furniture. There are paintings too, of course, a poster advertising an exhibition for an artist I never heard of. Most of these works seem to be portraits of landscapes done in a more traditional style than Ren's abstraction. Somewhere by the bell on the door, a lady who looks around Shin's age comes from around the corner. Haha, the corner. She's dressed in a sharp suit, her straight dark hair and a perfect ponytail behind her head. A pair of flashy, expensive-looking eyeglasses frame her eyes. On second glance, I'm not sure of her age anymore. She looks old and yet not actually old. Sai, hello! She quickly recognizes the teacher, greeting him warmly. Oh, okay. What should I? Oh, there you. See, she smokes, by the way, so that's gonna hurt my voice, but fuck it. I'm gonna give her like a there's something called in a throat voice, like, oh, there you are, Shin, and so quickly. I take it that these two are your students. Yep, that's gonna be your voice. Indeed, let me introduce you. This is Rin Tazaki, the one I spoke to you about, and the healthy-looking lad over there is Hasao. She takes a long, hard look at both of us, especially Rin. It feels like we're being evaluated. That's a worthy of some abstract kindness being calculated for us. Her eyes linger a bit longer on Rin. On her eyes, her empty sleeves tied in knots, her posture, Sai takes her first impression of Rin with an intensity I've never seen used on anyone before. Once finished, she smiles admirably. Wait, did I say the right word? Pleased to meet you both. My name is Sai Sanji, and I'm the owner of this gallery. Could I maybe offer you some tea? Oh no, thank you. We're fine. Now let's get down to business. I lay the paintings on the tabletop to give the gallery owner a better view, and Shin pulls out his folder of photos. The old lady studies Rin's work carefully, absent-mindedly brushing her cheek with her fingers while letting her gaze sweep over the paintings. Her eyes remind me of a bird of prey of some sort. They're so sharp and somehow very calculating. She takes her time, slowly going over the paintings in order without uttering a single word. Even the teacher looks very nervous. He tries to point out certain details and other things about Rin's work, but it seems like she's not listening. While Shin and I keep looking at Sai, trying to look. While Shin and I keep looking at. How do you. I think that's Say. Or Sai. I can't really. I don't know. I won't say. I'm gonna switch between the two because I don't know anyway. I want to forget what I've said in the next episode anyway. Trying to look for some sort of hint of a reaction on the gallery owner's face. Rin lets her gaze wander around the gallery space. Suddenly she pipes up. Is this really the 22nd corner? Sai raises her gaze from the paintings to look at Rin, but doesn't answer. It's probably for the best. She shakes stock of Rin's slouchy posture and her dreamy eyes that are again moving restlessly about. The way Rin seems to be detached from a situation that's supposed to be very important to her annoys me just a little. I'm practically holding my breath here, and she doesn't seem to care. After Sai has gone through all of Shin's photos and inspected the 2 oil paintings I hauled here, she goes through all the material again, this time at a quicker pace. Finally, she gives her verdict. I like it. Though, if you don't mind me saying, you're still a bit immature. Searching for your own direction, perhaps? She picks up one of the photos. Still, just look at this. I can't take my eyes off it. Like a little kitten playing around. That's what your art makes me feel, young lady. Thank you. I think nobody has ever said that thing before. I think. That's all that Rin has to say. Something about what the gallery owner says and how she says it makes it sound patronizing to me, but I hold my tongue. Anyway, what a wonderful imagination, though, isn't it? I've always said that Saki has a great eye for composition and color harmony and technique. Remember, all these are done with her feet. I swear, her feet. Of course, we need to put some of the simpler ones on display too for the lay people, right, Say? The teacher snorts derisively. You know how those filler scenes are. What do you understand about real art? They just be at the loss with the abstractions and themes here. But it will generate more publicity, and that's good, isn't it? Sai smiles gently at Shin's remark and turns back to the paintings. I wonder. To tell you the truth, I just don't know if all this makes an exhibition. Even if I like it, I don't get the feel of a theme, of cohesion. There's no au revoir, and really who would expect such a from a young artist like the kitten here? Oh no, it's definitely doable, especially if you get a few new pieces and touch up some old ones. I don't mind painting more. I'll do anything. It's a bit of a stretch. Trust me, I wouldn't have come to you if I didn't believe Tazaki was ready. You can see it too, can't you? I know exactly what her kind is capable of, and you know too. Those words give the gallerist lady a pause. A hollow, bottomless look takes over her eyes for a moment, as she was looking through, or maybe past, Shin. She says nothing, but her mouth becomes a tight, flat line of stretched. Finally, the moment passes. Is that what you're saying? That's what I'm saying! Sai sighs and takes a few steps, walking in a circle as if to help organize her thoughts. She takes another look at the photo of the painting she particularly liked, the one that made her call Rin a kitten. She places her hand over her mouth, lost for words. After a few moments, she shakes her head. I don't know what to say. After seeing you, dear, and these paintings of yours, would you excuse us for a moment? I want to talk to your teacher in private for a bit. Sai draws the teacher aside, and they talk in hushed tones for a while. I can't hear what they're saying, but over her shoulder I can see the lines around the corners of her mouth tighten as she motions with her hands and the time with her words. The expression on her face is, what kind of expression is it? I couldn't say. Once they're done discussing whatever they had to discuss, they give one another a serious look. I felt something that goes beyond words transpiring here. Or there. They walked back to us, Sai looking seriously at Rin, her left hand reaching as if instinctively towards the case of cigarettes that's lying on a table. She picks up the pack and extracts one, looks at it absent-mindedly as if only now realizing she did so, and puts it back. Finally, she locks eyes with Rin, evaluating her once more. All right, little kitten. I'm gonna believe in you. I will display your paintings in here, but from what I can see, this is not enough. You don't have a cohesive theme. You don't have enough of the good stuff. You're gonna have to work hard to actually get something that we can put up on exhibit here. I know. It's a good thing my gallery is so small, no? Rin already spends pretty much every freaking moment she has painting. How is it possible to work any harder? She had to see classes do more than she already does, and how can anyone work that much? Silence falls in the gallery after my word. Sal looks at the art teacher who is looking contemplatively at his student. I look at all three of them confused. It's doable! What do you mean? I mean, the school is special. The board put great value on things such as this. I'm sure I could arrange some leave for her. It's not unprecedented by any means. I'll discuss it with her parents too, but they've been quite supportive. However, it might be a bit of a stretch to get working space for her at the school if she's not actually going to attend classes. Actually, I was thinking about that before. Do you use this place upstairs for anything? No, I don't. Haven't since back then. It's more like a landfill than I don't know what that word is now. Upstairs? I own a small interior apartment on the top floor of this building, but it hasn't been in use for goodness. It's been so long, hasn't it? Eyes leap to Shin, who has a strange muted expression on his face. Indeed, do you think? Even Shin, in all his brashness, has trouble coming straight out with his question. Sai, of course, sees through him and throws up her hands silently deeply. I guess I can't say no, can I?